Welcome, everyone, to our live baseball stream. We are live from Mustang Way Park in Independence. I am your play-by-play announcer, Shane Kelly. Tonight is the Substate 5 championship game featuring the North Linn Lynx from the Tri-Rivers West Conference versus the 7th-ranked Wapsie Valley Warriors. The winner of this matchup will advance to Class 1A state tournament, which will be in Carroll starting next Monday night at Merchant Park. Wapsie Valley has never been to the state tournament, while North Linn has been there 6 times, all since 2015, and they actually finished runner-up in 2019, actually in Class 2A. They last appeared in the state tournament as recently as 2022. In fact, let's take a quick look at how each team got here. First of all, on District 9, Wapsie Valley last Saturday night defeated Maquoketa Valley 5-1 in order to reach the Sub-State championship game. So they won District 9. On the other side, North Linn defeated East Buchanan in a very tight, close pitchers duel. They won that game 1-0 over East Buchanan. They are coached by Travis Griffith, and the assistant coach is Justin Kress. North Linn, they are 23-8. They finished 12-2 in their conference, tied for first place with Alburnett. North Linn comes into postseason play as the number 1 seed in District 10, and they ran through their bracket having not allowed a single run. They defeated North Cedar in the first round 17-0, Easton Valley 3-0, and then they won their district by defeating East Buchanan 1-0 last Saturday night. These two teams are very familiar with each other, having met in the regular season back on June 5th, a game that Wapsie won 10-0, which was Coach Jakin's first win over the Lynx. The Lynx, they do average 7.9 runs per game, while they allow just 3.7 runs per game. As a team, they bat .307, and they have a .440 on-base percentage, while they have a team ERA of just 3.02. This is a very young Lynx team with no seniors in their starting lineup. This team, they just reload every single year. Their top offensive player is Cole Griffith. He is their leadoff hitter. He's batting .417. He's got a .496 on-base percentage. He leads the team with 45 hits, 35 singles, and he's tied for the team lead with doubles with 8 of them. Then batting second is Mason Beshin. He is a junior. He leads the team with a .444 batting average. He leads the team with a .593 on-base percentage, and he also leads the team in slugging at .792. He also leads the team with 42 runs, 5 triples, and 3 home runs. Batting third will be Cale Benish, the junior. He's batting .363. He's got a .409 on-base percentage. He leads the team with 40 RBIs, and he's tied with Griffith in doubles with 8. Now, tonight's pitcher, it's interesting. They're bringing in Mason Beshin. He is a junior. This will only be his second appearance of the season. He's been struggling with an injury, so he hasn't pitched until last Saturday. He threw 1 inning. Actually, he only threw 10 pitches against East Buchanan. And he struck out 2. So we'll go back to last year. Last year he started 8 games. He was 5-2 on the season. He had 2 saves. He led the team in innings pitched, 42.2 innings. He gave up 37 hits, 23 runs, 18 of them earned. He gave up 10 walks. He hit 6 batters. He struck out 58, which led the team, and he had a 2.95 earned run average. Opponents just hit 208 against him. Now, that's how he did as a sophomore. And they did say that he was able to hit about 85 miles an hour on his fastball last year. But again, don't know what we're going to see tonight because he hasn't pitched all season long. The coach for North Linn, he did mention, Coach Griffith, he did mention he's going to pitch as long as his arm feels okay. So we'll see how long he lasts tonight. Wapsie Valley, we come into this game 32-7. The Warriors defeated another Tri-Rivers West opponent, Maquoketa Valley, 5-1 last Saturday night. And tonight they get to go up against the co-champions. The Warriors have won 16 of their last 17 games. The offense is now averaging 7.6 runs per game on the season while giving up just 3.4 runs per game. As a team, they've got a .316 batting average and a .439 on-base percentage. Their pitchers have given up just a combined 2.42 earned run average. top players of the games. Those of you that are familiar with this live stream, you've heard me call these names many times. Spark plugs at the top of the lineup is Briar Bellis and Caden Dana. They have combined to score 98 runs for the Warriors. Briar is ranked second in the state in Class 1A with 51 runs scored, while Caden Dana is fourth with 47 runs scored. Lightning rods in the middle of the lineup, that's Jake Shore and Tucker Latterberg. They have combined to drive in 105 runs. They are actually ranked number 1 and number 2 in the state in Class 1A. Tucker does lead by 1 over Jake with 53 RBIs. Tonight's pitcher is Tucker Latterberg. He's been the star of the show all season long. He's pitched in 15 games. This will be his 16th appearance. He started 5 games, so this will be his 6th start. He is 4-1 on the season. He's pitched in 43.1 innings, given up just 21 hits, 17 runs, 12 earned, 15 walks. He's struck out 60, and he's got a 1.94 earned run average. Opponents just hit 142 against him. Now is time for the Access Systems Keys to the Game. Talked to Coach Jakin before the game started. He wants to defend the run and bunt game of the Lynx. North Linn has a couple of players that rank among the leaders in Class 1A in sacrifice bunt, so they're going to be looking for that. Sommerfeld and Wheatley are the two that are known to bunt, and actually the whole team is capable of bunting. Most of them have at least one in their lineup, and they've got 2 players with over 30 stolen bases, both Beshan and Griffith. He also wants to see a ton of dugout energy. They're come to this game with the biggest energy of all time. This is a huge game for both teams. And he wants them to embrace the moment. This is a rare opportunity. In fact, this is only the 3rd time in Wapsie Valley baseball history that they've ever played for the state tournament. And if they were to win tonight, it would be their first time. The officials for today's game. Home plate umpire is Mark B.G. At first base will be Mark Behrens. And at third base will be Rod Schulte. Here are the lineups for tonight's game. First for the Lynx, leading off will be Cole Griffith, junior center fielder. Batting second will be number 9, Mason Beshan. He's a junior. He'll be pitching tonight. Batting third will be number 5, Cale Benish. He's a junior catcher. Batting fourth will be number 13, Patrick Payton. He is just an 8th grader playing third base. Batting fifth, playing shortstop is number 15, McCoy Wynn. He's also just an 8th grader. Batting 6 is number 12, Will Sommerfeld. He is a freshman playing left field tonight. Batting 7th will be number 1, Levi Benish. He is a sophomore. He is a designated hitter. He will be DHing for number 4, Waylon Rao. He is their freshman first baseman. Batting 8th will be number 10, Liam Thompson. He is also an 8th grader. He'll be at second base tonight. And then rounding out the Lynx lineup will be number 14, Braden Wheatley. He will be playing in right field. Defensively for the Warriors, it's a lineup that you're used to seeing. In left field will be Trayton Sauerbry. Briar Bellis will be in center field. Almost said Blade. Blade's actually helping coaching tonight. And then right field will be Caden Dana. On the infield will be Blake Hesse. Garrett Shannon will be at shortstop. Manny Hebner will be at second base. And then Hunter Curley will be at first base tonight. Designated hitter will be TJ Jake, and he'll be hitting for Hunter Curley. Tucker Latterberg will be on the mound, and behind the plate will be Jake Shore. Game time temperatures around 75 degrees. Breeze coming out of the north-northwest, about 7 miles an hour. Shouldn't have a whole lot of impact. But let me clear this and stay tuned for a video from our high school, Iowa High School Athletic Association.
We've got a phenomenal staff, and they're very committed to not just our 360 some schools, but the 70,000 male athletes that we provide programs for. That's what we try to keep in focus as much as possible, and that keeps us going. That's the fuel that kind of makes that train run.
Been with the Athletic Association 22 years, currently one of the assistant directors under Mr. Keating. and serve in the capacity working with our student outreach services, and also am the bowling administrator, former golf administrator, and then work with our corporate sponsors and advertisers with regard to association publications, website.
So currently I'm the administrator for football, swimming, and track and field. As part of that, it's helping schools and officials with rules interpretations, organizing the state events at our different venues, communicating with officials, hiring officials, and assigning officials for the postseason competition.
I'm the director of officials, and then I'm also the sport administrator for wrestling and golf.
I help manage all the officials in the state of Iowa and make sure they're fully registered and have all their stuff completed prior to the season's beginning and the postseason.
Right now I oversee I administer sports of basketball and soccer.
So assistant director here at State Association. I'm a sports administrator for cross country, tennis, and baseball. I do our student advisory group, and I'm one of the 3 directors that helps with eligibility.
I am an administrative assistant here at the Iowa High School Athletic Association. I help out with the enrollment in beds and participation survey and the co-op sharing agreements for schools.
My position's evolved because our communication method has switched completely online from a print or driven organization that had its own print shop to now ADs online, supers online, fans online, parents online, students online. Everybody wants to see everything, so our website became our priority. Social media exploded because it had to. We've had to digitize our operations, and so as communications director, that means coming up with a lot of new things and new ways to do things.
Internal employee type things, benefits, payrolls, things like that. I do the internal financial statements.
I assist in the accounting department, so I assist Jess as the director of finance. So I deal with all our accounts receivables and our accounts payables, and I am also assisting her with the online ticketing program, Hometown Ticketing.
I specialize kind of in the student leadership realm and help Chad with some of his workshops and registration behind the scenes. I line up meals at tournaments, hotel rooms, that kind of thing for our board. I'm just kind of the one that learns a little bit of everything and helps wherever I can.
I do all the design work and then of course print the programs and anything else that needs printed.
I think my primary roles are vision. You know, where do we want to go? What do we want to be to our schools and our young people? Also, be the public face of the athletic association, be the connection between this office and the general public.
I think people often have a misconception of how many people are in this building. I mean, even people in Boone don't understand, no, there's only 14 of us.
You know, when you're a staff of our size, we've got to work together. You can't be in a silo, just kind of hunker down on your part of this. We've got to bounce things off of each other. We have to collaborate. We've got to share ideas, and we've got to jump in and help where we're needed. We've got a leadership meeting every week, and we make sure we go through everything and anything that we should be discussing and trying to figure out how are we going to do this. We have a lot of fun doing what we're doing. Why wouldn't we? We're around sports all day.
For me, it's important because I feel like I'm helping a child. You know, I have a child with high anxiety, and this makes a difference to a child like her. And so it's really cool to be a part of that.
But when the other states look at us and see the programs that we run, see how we run them, I think they say, you know, Iowa does it pretty well.
We are back live here at, I got to remember the name of the stadium, Mustang Way Park. I'm so used to saying Wapsie Valley Field, which we're not at. We're at Mustang Way Park here in Independence. But let me take a look. Let me show you guys what the Substate actually does look like. So these are the teams that are playing for the state tournament. You know, Substate, I can't actually read through all these. This is just something to give you a little bit of an idea of who's all playing for the state tournament. But here we go. We are ready to play ball. This is Cole Griffith. Coming in this game, Cole is batting .417. He takes that first pitch for ball. There's the next pitch. There's a strike. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cole's also got a .496 on-base percentage. He drives that one right up the middle, but Shannon will scoop it up, throw it over the first for the first out of the inning. That is a huge first out for the Warriors. And that'll bring up Mason Beshen. He's a junior. He leads the team with a .444 batting average. He's got a .593 on-base percentage. Checks his swing, but takes it for a strike. And he leads the team in a bunch of other statistical categories. 42 runs, 5 doubles, 6 doubles, that is. He hits that one to the third baseman. Hesse will glove it, throw it over to first in time for the second out of the inning. So that'll be 2 outs.
For the Lynx, number 5.
That'll bring up Cale Benish. He's a junior. They have got 3 juniors at the top of their lineup. He's batting .363. He's got a .409 on-base percentage. Called strike. That ball is caught up in the air by Garrett Shannon. He reached up and snagged a base hit away from Benish. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We are going to head to the home half of the first inning. Due up for the Warriors, Bellis, Dana, and Shore. We'll be back in just a moment.
We can control our body language, which speaks way louder than words do. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
At least you make an effort to try. There's some teams I'll go to, and the PA guys don't even care. They don't even ask. Good. We are back live from Mustang Way Park here in Independence. We don't have a score yet. 0-0 is. Beshen is completing his warm-up pitches. So just to let the audience know, this camera system is a little bit different than what we have at Wapsie Valley Field. I'll actually be able to turn the camera a little bit. So if you see a little bit, it might create a little bit of wiggle. So I'm just forewarning you. Like if we see a hit driven into left field, I'll try to turn it. Let's just see how I'm good at multitasking. You know how I am with the scoreboard. So usually I keep it updated. But this is Briar Bellis. Coming into this game, Briar's got a .366 batting average, .487 on-base percentage, leads the team with 4 triples, and they are playing in all the way around the outfield. Third baseman is in. And here's the first pitch. Taken upstairs for a ball. Briar asked for clarification from the umpire where that pitch was. Here's the second pitch. That pitch is skied up in the air toward left field. Under it is Sommerfeld, and he'll make the play for out number 1. So that's the first out of the inning for the Warriors. That'll bring up Caden Dana. First 2 hitters in the Wapsie lineup are both freshmen. He comes in this game batting .368. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Dana leads the team with a .548 on-base percentage. Here's the second pitch. Right on the inside corner for strike 2. Dana quickly falls behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Dana didn't look all that comfortable taking those inside pitches. He was kind of scooching back each time, but it hit the inside corner. At least the next time around, they'll know where the umpire's calling them. This is Jake Shore for the Warriors. He's a senior. Leads the team with a .444 batting average. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Beshin is just pumping them in there. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Shore is quickly behind 0-2. Here's the pitch from Beshin. That ball's driven toward the first base side, and it's going to get through for a base hit. Rounding first, looking at second, but he'll hold at first for a single. So that'll be the first hit of the game for either side. That hit was right down the line. And I did forget to turn the camera, so you guys were able to see most of it. That's the other thing, too. I got to remember it because I'm not used to doing it. So if I remember to do it. Here's Tucker Latterberg. That pitch is skied up in the air, but it's going to drift foul out of play. Makes the count 0-1. We have a lot of people joining the live stream tonight. Welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy the game. Feel free to make the comments in there if there's anything that you notice. I do keep them up on my phone. Ben, I don't know if it's blurry for everybody else. Looks good on my end. Here's the pitch. That pitch is up and in. Looked like a slider. That'll be taken for ball 1. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pretty good lead by Shore. So Beshin will throw over. Shore gets back in easily. They've got a good catcher. He's difficult to run against. He's thrown out 5 base runners. That ball is skied up in the air toward the right field. Wheatley misplays it, but he'll recover in time to make the play for out number 3. So the Warriors go quietly. No runs off no hits, no errors. 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We are going to head to the top of the second inning. Due up for the Lynx is Peyton, Wynn, and Sommerfeld. We'll be back in just a moment.
Sportsmanship starts with you. Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, and those around you.
Good sportsmanship is about character, accountability,
and setting a positive example in and out of competition.
Before the game starts, remember, sportsmanship starts with you.
We are back live from Mustang Way Park here in Independence. Shore just got his catcher's gears on, so he just got behind the plate. No score yet for either team.
Leading off for the Lynx, number 13, Patrick Payton.
So the first hitter for the Lynx will be Patrick Payton. He is just an 8th grader. They have got 3 8th graders in this lineup. I told you, this team reloads every year. Here's the first pitch. Taken outside for a ball. Patrick has got a .275 batting average. Checks his swing, but takes a strike. That'll leave in the count 1 ball and 1 strike. But he's got a .404 on-base percentage. He's taken 15 walks on the season. But he takes that one for strike 2. That'll make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. In case you're wondering, Beshan only used 11 pitches that first inning. That's really important if you're a Lynx fan. That ball is hit toward the middle. Ranging to his right is Hebner, but he's not going to be able to make the play. So that'll go as an infield single for Payton.
Batting for the Lynx, number 15, McCoy, Winn.
That'll bring up McCoy Winn. McCoy, another 8th grader, batting .291 on the season, .448 on-base percentage. Takes the first pitch, shows bunt, skies it up in the air, and making the play is Hesse. He'll turn to look at first, but Payton gets back in. So that'll be the first out of the inning. We told you this team will bunt. And we see it demonstrated right there. That'll bring up Will Sommerfeld, freshman. He's like 3rd in Class 1A in sacrifice bunts. So he may show a bunt here as well. We'll see. Yep, he squares the bunt, pulls the bat back. Throwing down to first is Shore. Just about went over Curley's head. Curley made an outstanding play on that. As it is, I believe the first pitch was taken for a ball. Showing bunt again. He pulls the bat back, swings through for strike 1. That'll leave in the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Sommerfeld is just a freshman. They've got 3 freshmen in the lineup. He gets that bunt down. Tucker will field it, go over to first for the second out of the inning. So that'll go down as a sacrifice bunt. It does advance the runner to second base, but there are now 2 outs.
Batting for the Lynx, designated hitter, number 1, Levi Benish.
That'll bring up Levi Benish. He's a sophomore. He's the only sophomore in their lineup. Takes that first pitch inside for a ball. Levi's got a .229 batting average, on-base percentage of .341. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled back to the screen. That'll leave in the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Levi's got a .341 on-base percentage, 16 hits on the season. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled straight back to the screen. That'll make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch from Latterberg. Swung on and missed, but it does get away from short, so he'll pick the ball up, throw it over to first, and that'll retire Benish. But the Lynx do get a hit. They got their first hit of the game, but we're unable to score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We are going to head to the home half of the first inning. Due up for the Warriors, Trayton Sauerbry, Manny Hebner, and Blake Hesse. We will be back in just a moment. All right, we're back live here in Independence. Leading off is Trayton Sauerbry for the Warriors. Beshin was very fast in his warm-up pitches. Swung on and missed for strike one. Trayton's a senior, batting .318 coming into this game. That pitch is taken outside for ball one. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Trayton's got a .439 on-base percentage. He hits that ball, a little blooper. It's going to get down for a base hit. Wheatley will run over and cut it off. He'll get it back into Thompson. But that is the second hit of the game for the Warriors.
Batting for the Warriors, number 34, Manny Hebner.
That'll bring up Manny Hebner. Manny's a senior, batting .333, got a .439 on-base percentage. Here's the pitch, showing bunt, pulling it back for ball one. Man, he does know how to bunt. He's got 1 sacrifice on this season. I know he had several last year. He's bunted several times for a base hit, and he'll show it again. He'll get it down, but it'll be foul. So that'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. He pushes it over to the first base side. Got the sun coming out, so that'll lighten up the field for you on the camera. Here's the pitch. Taking off is Trayton Trowbridge. Boy, Benish has got a strong arm, but he's going to get him. Boy, Benish just got a cannon for an arm. And he threw out Trayton Sauerbrei, who is a track star. That pitch was taken for a strike, by the way, making the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Taken outside for ball 2. I will say that Trayton didn't look like he had a great lead, but that was just an awesome throw by Benish. Give credit where credit's due. Pitch is outside for ball 3. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, skied up in the air. It'll get pushed foul, first base side. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. You guys are making me nervous. There's like 144 people streaming this game. I'm not used to that big of a crowd. That ball is hit toward center field. Going back on his Griffith, and he'll make the play for out number 2. Hebner gave it a ride, but not deep enough. Griffith was able to run it down.
Batting for the Warriors, number 24, Blake Hesse.
So that'll bring up Blake Hesse. He is the Warrior third baseman. Here's the pitch. Swung on, skied up in the air, and that's going to go over our head. That pitch is taken upstairs for ball 1. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Right on the outside corner for strike 2. The umpire has been giving that outside corner, so the Warrior hitters are going to have to be ready for it. Here's the 1-2 pitch taken upstairs for ball 2. Beshin only has 25 pitches. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs for ball 3. Counts now run full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that'll do it for the Warriors in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We are going to head to the third inning. Score still 0-0. Give a shout out to Legacy Roofing of Iowa. Protect your largest investment with our reliable roofing and gutter services. If you want to make your roof last as long as possible, it is vital you never put off a roof repair. Small issues with roofing become big issues in a hurry. No matter how major or minor the repair you need, we are here to help. We offer roofing contracting, storm damage repair, gutter replacement, and residential and commercial roofing. Call Mitch at 319-415-2472 or Lou at 319-415-5547. Oran Mutual Telephone Company. They have been serving the area since 1911. Oran Mutual Telephone Company is a modern, independently owned telephone company providing internet and telephone services to Oran, Iowa, and the surrounding rural area. Give them a call at 319-638-6006 or email omtc@orantelco.com. VanDaele Insurance in Fairbank. They can help you with auto, home, health, life, crop, and commercial insurance. Talk to Chad or Amber, any one of their fine agents at 319-635-2526. Thank you for sponsoring Wapsie Valley Baseball.
Leading off for the Lynx, number 10, Liam Thompson.
So due up for the Lynx, Liam Thompson, another one of their 8th graders, coming into this game batting .259, but he's got a .412 on-base percentage. Here's the first pitch. Swung on, driven toward left field. Sauerbrei will get under it and make the play for the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out for Tucker Latterberg. He has been efficient. That was only his 20th pitch of the game.
Betting for the Lynx, number 14, Braden Wheatley.
We are in the top of the 3rd. That'll bring up their number 9 hitter, Braden Wheatley, another freshman. Takes that first pitch for a ball. Wheatley's batting .274 on the season. There's a strike right on that outside corner. So the umpire is definitely calling that pitch both ways. Wheatley's got a .390 on-base percentage. There's a curveball. Must have missed low. That'll make the count 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. That ball is skied up, but over our heads, out of play. In fact, I think it banged off our roof. That'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch upstairs to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order is up on deck, Cole Griffith. I'm sure Tucker would love to get Wheatley here. Here's a pitch. Swung on, skied foul. He fights off that pitch. That pitch is taken inside for ball 4. So a 1-out walk is issued to Wheatley. That'll bring up Cole Griffith.
Betting for the Lynx, number 7, Cole Griffith.
Cole is 0 for 1 in this game. He'll show bunt, and he'll get it down third base side, but it's going to go foul. Shore will pick it up. It just goes to strike 1. Thank you for the comments. I see Bishop versus Newman are tied 1-1 in the top of the 4th inning. Bishop would be hitting in that contest. Here's the pitch. The runner will take off, and making the throw and getting the runner is Jake Shore. Wheatley is gunned down at second base. That was an incredible throw by Jake Shore. He had him by plenty. So that'll clear the bases. 2 outs now. Counts now 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. That'll make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Remsen St. Mary's, they're up on Coon Rapids Bayard, 1-0. That would be Substate 2 in Class 1A. That pitch is taken for ball 2. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It says end of the second. Let me see. It's now Bedford is tied with Tri-Center in Substate 8, 4-4. That game is in the top of the 5th inning. That ball is inside. Ball 3. Remsen St. Mary's now up 3-0 at the end of the 3rd inning. That's Substate 2. Again, all these games, the winners will advance to state. That pitch is taken for ball 4. So that's the second walk of this inning for Tucker Latterberg. There are 2 outs in the inning.
Batting for the Lynx, number 9, Mason Beshin.
Cole Griffith does have 32 stolen bases. We'll see if he's running here after he's just seen his teammate get thrown out. And he does take off. Very first pitch. Jake Shore will wind up, and he'll throw, and he called it safe. The ball did get away from Shannon. Otherwise, it looked like he had him. That was an incredible throw by Jake Shore. I believe that first pitch was taken for a ball. Here's the pitch. That ball is hit toward the third base side and through for a base hit. Rounding third, going home is Griffith. And the throw will go into second, so give the Lynx the first run of the game. Solid single on the left side. They do appeal the play at third base. Umpire called him safe.
Batting for the Lynx, number 5, Cale Benish.
So that'll bring up Cale Benish, the junior catcher. He's 0 for 1. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Mason Beshin did make second base, so he'll get credit for a double. Swung on to miss for strike 2. Akron Westfield is over Kingsley Pearson, 5-0. That game is just into the 3rd inning. Pitch is taken down low for ball 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball is skied up in the air. It's in foul territory. Shore will come over, and he will not have a play on it, though. It bounces foul. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Hit foul. That bounced off the screen. This team has faced Tucker Latterberg before. He was the pitcher in that 10-0 game back on June 5th. There's a curveball. Doesn't quite make it, though. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven right toward the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. Rounding third, coming home is Beshin. So the second time through the order, the Lynx have gotten some hits. They now lead 2-0.
Batting for the Lynx, number 13, Patrick Payton.
That'll bring up Patrick Payton, the Lynx third baseman. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs for ball one. Pitch is inside. Says it hit him. So he'll be granted first base. That'll move Benish to second.
Betting for the Lynx, number 15, McCoy, win.
Must have just grazed his uniform. Blade Bellis will come out and talk to the pitcher, Tucker Latterberg. Jake Shore joins him on the mound. There are 2 outs in this inning. And to think of how close that play was at second base, that would have been the 3rd out. A pitch is taken outside for ball one. This is Wynn. He's 0 for 1. Takes that pitch for a called strike on the outside corner. Coming in this game, Wynn's got a .291 batting average, .448 on-base percentage. Got 23 RBIs on the season. Here's a pitch. Outside, ball 2. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. That'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wynn's got 25 hits on the season, 6 of them doubles. Here's the pitch, taken upstairs for ball 3. The count has run full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Fouled right over my head. He'll stay alive. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another area game. South Wind against Don Bosco. They're playing up at Decorah. If anybody's got a score on that, let me know. Runners take off. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that'll do it for the Lynx. In the top of the 3rd inning, they broke through with 2 runs off of 3 hits. No errors, 2 runners left on base. Warriors are going to have to rally back in this one. They're down 2-0. Due up for the Warriors. Shannon, Jakin, and then Briar Bellas. Give a shout out to RTC Communications. RTC is here to provide high quality, superior service to you, the customer, by offering great customer service and the services you want and need to work and stay connected with family and friends. Reach out to them at 319-279-3375 or email manager@reedlandtelco.com. Little Wapsie Communications, their state-of-the-art fiber network is complete in Fairbank, ready to serve your home or business with the fastest internet in town. For plans, pricing, and more information, call 319-279-3375. We're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Wapsie Valley Field. Mustang Way Park. I was wondering how long it would take for me to get that one out. I'm so used to saying it. Here's Garrett Shannon. He hits that ball toward the game, and he gets over the shortstop's head. That'll go as a base hit. Very important leadoff runner for the Warriors.
For the Warriors, number 12, TJ Jakin.
That'll bring up TJ Jakin. TJ is a sophomore, batting .217 on the season, .327 on base percentage. Throw over to first. Shannon is back in safely. Here's the pitch from Beshin, taken down low for a ball. Thank you. I'm not the only one. Pitch is taken outside for ball 2. And I won't be surprised if I don't do it at least one more time. We're at Mustang Way Park. I mean, they do have a turf, likewise, but their outfield is also turf. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Counts down 2 balls and 1 strike. Beshin asks for a new baseball. I got Beshin down for 31 pitches. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Bellis waits on deck. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on for strike 3. I guess he missed it. I wasn't sure if he fouled it off or not. But that'll be the first out of the inning. Brings up the top of the Warriors lineup. Briar Bellis. He's 0 for 1.
Betting for the Warriors, number 5, Briar.
He skied one to left field his last time at bat. First throw over to first. Shannon's back in safely. Here's the pitch. Taken for a ball. Bellis thought it was inside. In fact, he was scooching away from it. The umpire has been giving that inside, that part of the plate. That ball is skied up in the air, but pushed foul. That'll make the count. I've got 1 and 2. Maybe I'm off. Nope, I think you're right. I must have pushed ball on that first pitch because I was thinking, that ball's chopped right up the middle. That's not a good sign because Thompson will take it, throw it, touch the bag at second, throw it to first for a double play. So that'll do it for the Warriors in the home half of the 3rd inning. No runs off 1 hit. No errors, no runners left on base. We are going to head to the 4th inning. Lynx have a commanding 2-0 lead over the Warriors. Due up for the Lynx.
Lynx 2, Warriors nothing.
Not quite sure. I believe it's Summerfelt, Benish, and Thompson. But we'll be back here in just a moment.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects.
From learning how to build relationships
and healthy lifestyles,
And gain self-esteem and confidence.
make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
We are back live here at Mustang Way Park here in Independence. Just a note, did see Mason Zimmerman take a catcher and head back to the bullpen. Don't know if that means anything or not. He might start to be warming up. But Will Sommerfeld is up for the Lynx. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Sommerfeld's got a .294 batting average. There's strike two. Sommerfeld got down a sacrifice bunt his last time at bat. That ball is skied up in the air, but pushed foul, out of play. That'll make our count 1 ball and 2 strikes. That ball must have hit him. So that'll put the leadoff man on again for the Lynx on an 0-2 pitch. Umpire is going up the, he's got some words with coach.
Betting for the Lynx, designated hitter number 1, Levi Benish.
I think they're just confirming the play. Levi Benish is now up to bat for the Lynx. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his last time at bat. He'll show bunt. He'll get it down first base side, but foul. So that'll go as a strike. Benish does have 3 sacrifice bunts on the season. He shows bunt again, pulls the bat back, takes it for strike 2. So now he's way behind, 0-2. He shows bunt again, and he'll throw down to first. Runner's back in safely, but that'll go as a strikeout. That'll be the first out of the inning.
Betting for the Lynx, number 10, Liam Thompson.
That'll bring up Liam Thompson, 8th grader. He's batting .259 on the season. Got 7 hits on the year. He also shows bunt. Take that one almost at his face, but he's able to use his bat to defend himself. That'll go foul. That's tough to do against Tucker Latterberg. He shows bunt again. This time he gets it down. Tucker will throw to second to get the lead runner for the second out of the inning. So Thompson will reach on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up their number 9 hitter, Braden Wheatley. Braden walked his last time at bat. Got thrown out trying to steal second. Here's a pitch, taken inside for ball 1. Here's a pitch. There's a curveball. Got that one over for strike 1. Tucker's up to 63 pitches in this game. That ball must miss low for ball 2. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, skied up in the air. Manny Hebner is underneath it, and he will make the play for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We are going to head to the home half of the 4th inning. Lynx lead 2-0. Due up for the Warriors, Caden Dana, Jake Shore, and Tucker Latterberg. We'll be back in just a moment. back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Beshin is not messing around with warm-up pitches. He'll throw like 2, and then he's ready to go. So with his injuries he's had, I'm sure he's not wanting to mess with a lot of warm-up tosses. This is Caden Dana. He skies that one toward center field, camping under it, and making the play is Cole Griffith for out number 1. Dana jumped all over that first pitch.
Batting for the Warriors, number 18, Jake Shore.
That'll bring up Jake Shore. Jake did get a hit back in that first inning. There's a pitch taken right on the outside part for strike 1. He drove that ball down the first base line last time at bat. That ball this time is hit to the other side. Third baseman will catch it in his, and he'll get the play. Throws it high, but what didn't pull him off the bag. So that'll be the second out in the inning. Well, Beshin is cruising at this point.
Batting for the Warriors, number 13, Tucker Latterberg.
That brings up Tucker Latterberg. Tucker is 0 for 1 in this game. Here's a pitch. Taken for a strike. Tucker's batting .421 coming into this game with a .517 on-base percentage. Leads the team in doubles with 13, home runs with 5, 53 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but he went too far for strike 2. Here's a pitch. Called strike 3. That'll do it in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We're going to head to the top of the 5th inning. Lynx have a 2-0 lead. We'll be back in just a moment.
Lynx 2, Warriors nothing.
Some of the things I've learned from sports are being a good leader, and that means not always just saying what's right, but showing by example.
I've learned that being a good role model is so important because there's many little eyes on you and they watch everything you do. So as long as you're doing the right thing, then they will understand that that is what they're supposed to be doing also.
What I really have learned is strong leadership and self-discipline.
We are back live here at Mustang Way Park here in Independence. Lynx have the lead 2-0 over the Warriors. Their score, Substate 8. Bedford now leads 5-4 into the 5th inning over Tri-Center. Remsen St. Mary's up on Coon Rapids Baird 6-0. That game is now in the 6th inning. Cole Griffith is batting for the Lynx. He hits the first pitch up in the air toward left field. Sauerbrei runs over and is unable to make the play. It'll drop foul. Also at the end of 3rd inning, Akron, Westfield over Kingsley Pearson, 10-0. I don't have any scores for the Don Bosco Southwind game. Burlington Notre Dame versus Sigourney. I haven't seen an updated score of Newman Catholic versus Bishop Garrigan. The one I did get was in the chat. Pitch is taken for strike 2. 0-2. Ankeny Christian's also playing Linville Sully. No score on that one. That pitch was taken for a ball. Here's a pitch from Tucker, fouled off. They'll do it again. Cole's 0 for 1, but he's drawn a walk and scored a run. Here's the pitch, taken inside, but just missed for ball 2. That was a very close pitch, I should say. The umpire's been given that part of the corner. It might have been high, though. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That ball's hit toward Hesse, third base. Hesse will patty kick it, throw it over to first for out number 1. Good solid throw by Blake. He had plenty of time there.
Batting for the Lynx, number 9, Mason Beshin.
That'll bring up Mason Beshin. He's 1 for 2. He drove in the first run of the game. He's also scored. He hit that ball up the middle. Shannon runs in, grabs it, throws the first in time for out number 2. Very close play at first base. Shannon did a great job. He was charging all the way. He didn't have much time. He quickly grabbed it through to first. That'll bring up Cale Benish. Cale is 1 for 2. He drove in the second run of the game. He'll take that one in the back. That's a slider that just didn't slide. So that'll give the Lynx a 2-out base runner. That'll bring up Patrick Payton, their third baseman. He's 1 for 1. He's also been hit by the pitch. Here's a pitch inside for ball 1. Lauderberg checks the runner. Here's a pitch. There's a called strike. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. One thing I do miss not having in here is that radar gun. I'm always able to look up at that and see how fast the pitchers are throwing for you. Don't have that here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that will do it. In the top of the 5th inning, our score still remains 2-0 Lynx. Are you enjoying watching live Warrior sports and events from the comforts of your own home for free? Consider a donation to Wapsie Valley's Venmo to keep the streams going and at no cost to fans. Look for the link in the video description below. We're back live here in Independence. Trayton Sabra is the leadoff hitter for the Warriors. The warm-up pitch was exactly 1. He was ready to go. He is not wasting any throws at all. That ball is hit toward the second base side. It'll go off the second baseman. So Trayton Sauerbrei will get himself an infield single. That'll put the leadoff runner on for the Warriors.
Batting for the Warriors, number 34, Manny Hebner.
That'll bring up Manny Hebner. Manny is 0 for 1 in this game. He is a senior. Peyton comes in expecting a bunt. from the third base side. Beshin has been very tough for the Warriors to hit. Here's the pitch. Swung on, skied up in the air, but foul. That'll make the count 0-1. Coming into this game, man, he's batting .333. Got a .435 on-base percentage. Here's the pitch. Taken outside for ball one. That evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2. Right on the outside corner. That makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit toward the third base side. That'll go as a bunt. And that bobbled by Peyton. So Manny Hebner will get on base with an error. That'll be an error on their third baseman. That'll put runners first and second.
Ready for the Warriors, number 24, Blake Hesse.
So the Warriors have a scoring opportunity here. Blake Hesse is up to bat for the Warriors. Hesse's a sophomore, batting .226 coming into this game with a .315 on-base percentage. Infield is back. The first baseman is in a little bit on the grass. That ball is skied up in the air, but fouled off. No signs of bunting there from Hesse. And I'm not known Hesse to bunt, but you never know in a close game like this with a difficult pitcher. Here's the pitch, taken for strike 2. Now I can guarantee the bunt's not on. Warriors got an excellent scoring opportunity here if they can cash in. Here's a pitch from Beshin. Taken down low for ball 1. That makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lynx scored both of their runs in the top of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Fouled off right side. Out of play. Count remains 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Garrett Shannon.
For the Warriors, number 17.
Garrett got a hit his first time at bat. Should have told them you'll advertise their concession stand food if you bring up free samples. One of the concession workers came up here and said, "Hey, we got plenty of hot dogs and hamburgers. Want to advertise it." That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Again, that outside corner. Taken for strike 2. Shannon is quickly behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Wow. That was a tough one, I got to say.
For the Warriors, number 12,
I mean, he's been calling it consistently outside corner, but that, boy. We'll need a 2-out rally here. T.J. Jenkins up to bat now. He is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit toward the first base side, but out of play. Foul ball. T.J. was just a little late on that one. But he got a good barrel on it. Back to center fielder, shading him toward right field. Got a huge gap between center and left. That pitch is outside. Throw to first. Hebner's back in safely. That'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cale Benish makes strong, accurate throws from the catcher position. He's already thrown out 1 base runner tonight. There's the pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. There's the 1-2 pitch, way outside. That'll leave the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball is skied, pushed foul on the right side, out of play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. Outside for ball 3. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Would love to see Jake get on base here. Got Breyer up on deck. Runners take off. High for ball 4. We'll get to see Breyer bells right here. We'll see if Coach Jakin calls for a pinch runner for TJ. And he is. He's asking for time. This will be Logan Sauerbry coming in to run for TJ Jakin.
Courtesy runner for the Warriors, number 6, Logan Sauerbry.
And remember, in high school ball, you can do that. You can take a runner, a player out once, and they can re-enter the game 1 time. So Logan is in just a pinch run. That'll put a fast runner at first base, just in case Breyer gets a hold of one and gets it into the gap. Logan is fast enough, he can get around. So the bases are loaded. There are 2 outs. Breyer Bellis is 0 for 2. Looking for his first hit of the game. It's his 3rd time seeing Benish. That ball is taken inside for ball 1. Beshin, I mean. Beshin. Not Benish. Benish is behind the plate. Counts now 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Down low, gets away from the catcher, but not far enough. That'll make the count 2 balls and no strikes. Now Breyer has got control. Now he can find something that he likes to hit. Breyer is obvious, and like all hitters, he's much better when he's ahead of the account, but that's every hitter. Here's the pitch, swung on, skied up in the air, but a pushed foul out of play, 3rd base side. That'll make the count 2 balls and a strike. Breyer looked a little anxious on that one. I know he so wants to drive in those runs for the Warriors. Got to let the game come to him, though. Don't need a pop-up, need a line drive somewhere. Here's the pitch. Swung on, skied up in the air. Foul grounds. And Beshin will make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. So that'll do it for the Warriors in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs. Leave the bases loaded. Our score remains Lynx 2, Warriors nothing. Due up for the Lynx in the top of the 6th inning will be Wynn, Sommerfeld, and Benish. We'll be back in just a moment.
And hamburgers and any other hot items are now $2.
I just realized I had my mute button on. Thank you for that. Thank you for pointing that out. Here's the pitch. Check swing, didn't go. That'll leave the count 1 ball and 1 strike. And I just answered the question in the chat and nobody heard me. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not a professional at this. Makes me mad. I haven't done it in a long time, though. Forget to take the mute button off. I do that so that way you don't hear me drinking in between innings. I mean, drinking my water. That pitch is taken for a ball. 2-1 is the count. We are not a big bunting team, but I understand the line of reasoning, especially with ones that we had up at the plate. That pitch is taken for ball 3. We've got 2 guys in our lineup that will bunt. Neither one of them were at the plate. They were actually on base, I believe, at the time. That ball is hit up in the air, but foul. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. Oh. We've seen that pitch called a strike. That'll go for ball 4. That'll put a runner on. Umpires aren't perfect, though, folks. I understand that. And we all do. We all need to do it because we do need to show more sportsmanship in this game. Because these umpires, they make mistakes just like anybody else does. They do their best to make the calls, and they'll make it as even as possible for both teams. In fact, we need more umpires. I mean, I've seen 2 games that Wapsie's played where we only had 1, and that is a very difficult game to play with just 1 umpire. And a lot of reason why people don't do it, because it's a difficult job. You got fans getting on you, parents, coaches, players. It's a tough gig. Then you got a smart aleck like me up in the press box that thinks he can see the strike zone better than he can, which isn't true. Play is about ready to resume again. There was a meeting on the mound. There's 1 out. Showing bunt, and he'll get it down first base side. Latterberg will field it, throw it over to Hunter Curley for out number 2. There's that bunt that you were looking for, but it's the other team doing it. That'll advance the runner to second base. There's now 2 outs, though, but it does put a runner in scoring position for the Lynx. Coach is talking to his batter. Number 11. Looks like we might have a pinch hitter. This would be Michael Sira. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Betty for the Lynx, number 11, Mike Sierra. Said that right?
Me too. Mike Sira that's how I'm going to pronounce it. C-I-R-A is the spelling on his last name. Looks like Sira to me. He's a freshman. Let's see what I have for numbers on him. Batting .213 for the Lynx. Got a .342 on-base percentage. 13 hits. He's scored 14 times. Got 12 walks. He now steps in. Swings and misses at the first one for strike 1. He is hitting for Thompson, Liam Thompson. Pitch is taken for a ball. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Thank you for the updated Newman score. They're up 5-2 in the 6th inning. Here's a pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. That'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch, upstairs for ball 3. That'll run the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch is right on the outside corner for strike 3. So that'll do it for the Lynx in the top of the 6th inning. No runs, but they still lead 2-0. We are going to head to the home half of the 6th inning. It's getting late for the Warriors. Due up. Dana, Shore, and Latterberg. 2, 3, and 4 hitters. We'll be back in just a moment.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school and just thinking, I mean, how great they were and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
Well, I got to stop playing those ads when Beshan's out there because he don't waste any time. Here's Dana. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. That had ended just in time. Dana's 0 for 2 in this game. Here's the pitch, taken inside for ball 2. Dana leads this Class 1A in walks. He's got 40 of them. There's the pitch upstairs for ball 3. He's way ahead. 3 balls and no strikes. The Warriors would love to get the leadoff runner on. Here's the pitch, taken outside for ball 4, and he'll do just that. Leadoff runner aboard for the Warriors. Jake Shore is now due up for the Warriors. He got a hit down that first base line back in the first inning. He's 1 for 2. Dana does have some speed. 26 stolen bases on the season. Here's a pitch taken outside for ball 1. That ball's hit back to the screen. That'll leave in the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Jake leads the state in hits in Class 1A with 55. 41 of them singles. Actually now 42. 1-1 pitch. Taken outside corner for strike 2. That'll run the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thank you to everyone joining our live stream. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Pitch is taken outside for ball 2. Evens the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Right on the outside corner for strike 3. Now that pitch has been consistent where he's been calling them all game. Can't complain about that one.
Batting for the Warriors, number 13, Tucker Latterberg.
That'll bring up Tucker Latterberg. Tucker's looking for his first hit of the game. Here's the pitch. Outside corner. Taken for strike 1. Same location. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Tucker's now way behind 0-2. Beshan's up to 77 pitches. Honestly, didn't think he'd last this long. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. The Warriors are down to their final out in this inning. We need a 2-out rally now. Brings up Trayton Sauerbry. Trayton's 2 for 2 in this game. He blooped a hit over the first baseman's head his last time at bat. That pitch is taken for a strike. Check swing. Did he go too far? He didn't. Take us for a ball. Evens the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Way outside for ball 2. If Sauerbrei can get on. Huebner standing on deck. Here's the pitch. Right on the outside corner for strike 2. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Way outside. Ball 3. Nice stop there by Benish. Counts now run full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner takes off. Pitch is fouled off. Here's a pitch. Swung on, chopped on the second base side. Thompson will glove it, but he'll be safe. He'll easily run that one out. Advancing to third is Dana. That's a base hit for Trayton Sauerbry. So that'll put runners on the corner.
For the Warriors, number 34, Manny Hebner.
Brings up Manny Hebner. Could use a big hit here from Manny. He's 0 for 2 in this game. Here's a pitch upstairs for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Outside corner again. Benish is just living out there, and I don't blame him. I would too. If I have an umpire calling all them pitches on that outside corner, I'd stay out there, and that's what he's done. Done a great job of it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Now Hebner's behind 1 and 2. For a guy that hasn't pitched very much this season, only 1 inning, he's done fantastic tonight. Here's the pitch, up and in, but called strike 3. So that'll do it for the Warriors in the bottom of the 6th inning. No runs.
After 6 complete
1 hit.
Lynx 2.
2 runners left on base. We are going to head to the final inning. This is it, folks. This is the 7th inning. Lynx have the commanding lead, 2-0. We'll be back in just a moment.
That no student body or spectators are allowed on the playing surface at the conclusion of an IHSAA postseason event until such time it is permissible following the awards presentation and permission.
All right, we've got a pitching change for the Warriors. Hunter Curley's now coming in for Wapsie. Taking over at first base is Tucker Latterberg. That'll do it for Tucker. He's pitched 6 innings, gave up just 3 hits, but allowed 2 runs. Both of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 6. Ends the night with 94 pitches. Hunter Curley gets the first one across for strike 1. Hunter is 7-2 on the season. Got a 2.09 earned run average. That pitch is upstairs for a ball. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. This is Braden Wheatley, their right fielder. That pitch is outside for ball 2. Wheatley's 0 for 1 in this game. He's also drawn a walk. Here's the pitch. That pitch is chopped toward Manny. Manny will scoop it up, quickly throw it over to Tucker for out number 1. Nice play there by Hebner. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Brings up the top of their order, Cole Griffith. Cole is 0 for 2 in this game. He drew a walk back in that third inning, which he came around and scored. Here's the pitch. Curveball just missed for ball 1. Thank you for the updated score. Newman's up 10-2. That ball is hit toward Hebner. Hebner picked it up, throw it over to first for out number 2. And congratulations to Appleton Parkersburg for advancing on to state. I didn't catch a score, but they beat the Denver Cyclones.
Number 9, Mason Beshin.
A couple of area teams. Warriors seen the Falcons earlier this season up at Wapsie Valley Field. That ball's fouled off. Falcons won that game 6-4 over the Warriors. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Called strike 2. This is Beshin. He's 1 for 3. That ball will get away from Jake. Got a brick wall back there, so it bounced off of that and came all the way back into the infield. Coach actually talked to Jake about that before the game. Like anything low gets past you, turn around, it might be right there for you. If it bounced off that brick wall. That ball is swung on, flied up in the air. Bellows converges in on it, and he'll make the play for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Lynx in the top of the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. No runners left on base. So this is it, folks. Warrior fans, your hopes are down to this. Bottom of the 7th inning. We do have the 7, 8, and 9 of our order due up. Hesse, Shannon, and Jakin. So come back. And let's see if we can rally this one and bring home the Substate championship. We'll be back in just a moment. Just a report, pitching change for the Lynx. Mason Zimmerman is now in to pitch for the Lynx. This is his 9th appearance. He is 4-2 on the season. He's pitched in 33 innings, given up 31 hits, 19 runs, 15 of them earned. He's walked 12, struck out 22. He's got a 3.15 earned run average. That'll complete the evening for Beshin. Pitched 6 outstanding innings. Only give up 5 hits, 2 walks. Struck out 9. So Lynx fans, I got to hand it to you. Beshin was supposed to be your best pitcher coming into this season, and he got hurt early on. But he did outstanding. I question whether or not he'd have good control, because usually it takes a while to build up that arm strength and control. But he was outstanding tonight. Kept hitting that outside corner where the umpire was consistently calling it. Took advantage of it. So it'll be up to the Warriors to rally against Zimmerman. This is Blake Hesse.
Leading off for the Warriors, number 24, Blake Hesse.
Blake is 0 for 2 in this game. Here's the pitch, way outside for ball 1. Here's the pitch outside for ball 2. We need base runners. Thank you to everyone joining the live stream tonight. I'm counting 250 on tonight. That's an outstanding number. Swung on and hit toward the third base side, but foul, just foul. That'll make the count 2 balls and a strike. Stay tuned for after the game. We will have a post-game show. I'm going to bring in Coach Jakin. That ball is skied up in the air toward right field. Going back on it is Wheatley. He'll get under it and make the play for out number 1. That's a huge first out for the Lynx.
Batting for the Warriors, number 17, Garrett Shannon.
So I'll get the coach's reaction on the season. K-Way is also here tonight. He might be interviewing with him first, so I might grab Colin Bergman to start off. But stay tuned. That ball is hit toward the shortstop. Fielding is Wynn over to first, and it gets away from the first baseman. So Shannon will be safe at first base on the error. That'll be the Lynx' second error of the game. A huge base runner for the Warriors. It brings up the tying run to the plate.
Batting for the Warriors, number 12,
TJ Jakin. TJ walked his last time at bat. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Ball's outside for ball 1. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Jakin got fooled on that curveball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, driven toward the right side. That ball is drifting. It lands foul. So the count remains 1-2. Yes, either way, it's been an outstanding season for the Warriors. They set the team record for wins with 32 of them. Finished the season ranked in Class 1A. That ball is hit back, hits the screen. TJ is fighting. Counts now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3, outside corner. The Warriors are down to their final out. They do have the top of their lineup up. Briar Bellis, he's 0 for 3.
Batting for the Warriors, number 5, Briar Bellis.
Briar kind of taps the bat on his helmet. It's a pressure situation for him. Here's the first pitch. Taken for a ball. I'm actually surprised by that one. I thought that would be called a strike. Again, I'm clear up here. What do I know? I can't see that strike zone. There's a pitch swung on and hammered right into right field gap, and that'll get down for a base hit. Moving to third is Shannon. Holding at first is Briar Bellis. But that'll put runners on the corner. Tying runs now standing at first base. Dana actually represents the winning run. Coach will call time. This is Coach Griffith. He's going to come out and talk to his pitcher. And it looks like there might be a pitching change. He is going to take the ball from his pitcher. It looks like it's going to be Waylon Rao, number 4. He is a freshman. He started 8 games for the Lynx. He's 5-2 on the season.
Pitching for the Lynx, number 4, Waylon Rao.
Pitched in 32 innings, given up 24 hits, 19 runs, only 9 of them earned. He's walked 22, struck out 24. He's got a 1.97 earned run average. Again, folks, stay tuned for the Access System post-game show. Either way, I'm looking to bring the coaches in, get their reactions on the season. Hopefully it'll be after a nice rally here by the Warriors. See if there's any scores to pass along. Bedford end up upsetting Tri-Center in Substate 8. 7-4 final score on that one. Final score, Remsen St. Mary's end up beating Coon Rapids Bayard. That's in Substate 2, 8-0. They'll advance to the state tournament. Akron Westfield defeated Kingsley Pearson 13-0. Substate 1. Still don't see any score for any of the rest of them, though. Burlington Notre Dame Sigourney, Don Bosco versus Southwind. Linville Sully versus Ankeny Christian. So lefty on lefty here. This is Caden Dana. Here's the pitch. Taken on the outside corner for strike 1. I'm guessing that's why the coach brought Rao in, to get the lefty on lefty advantage. We'll see if that works for him. That pitch is taken for strike 2. So Dana's quickly behind 0-2. The Warriors are down to their final strike. Dana will ask for time. Umpire grants it. Banish is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Thank you, Kobe, for that updated score. Southwind ended up beating Don Bosco 5-3. That's a bit of an upset there. Don Bosco, they're the ones that took out St. Ansgar. So congratulations to Southwind. They advance to the state tournament. Thank you, Kobe Reese. Right on the outside corner, just missed. Oh, boy. Huh. Dane has got to be protecting here. That'll make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit toward the left side, but out of play. Both of these teams have had outstanding seasons. Lynx won their conference. That ball is up and in. Rao was walking off like he had it. Instead, it's ball 2. Even to count 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball is hit. There's nobody covering first. He'll be safe. Run scores for the Warriors. Both the first baseman and the second baseman went for the ball. Rao forgot to cover the first base. So that'll be a single. Warriors score their first run of the game.
Batting for the Warriors, number 18, Jake.
That puts a tying run at second base. Jake Shore, huge hitter for the Warriors. He's 1 for 3 in this game. This is who you want in this position, in this situation. There's the pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. This is exactly the batter you want up there if you're the Warriors. Lefty versus righty. Swung on, skied up in the air. That's probably going to do it for the Warriors season. Wheatley gets on. He drops the ball! Coming around the score with the tying run is Bellis. The winning run. Oh, he's got tagged out at the plate. But that'll tie the game for the Warriors. 2-2. Wheatley dropped the ball for the Lynx. That's a huge error. Tom tried to sneak in Dana. That would have been the winning run for the Warriors. But as it turns out, the game is now tied 2-2. Wow. I can't believe what I just witnessed, folks. And I wish I would have captured that replay for you. I would have shown it again, but I didn't. But that's just a huge play by Wheatley. And I feel for that kid. I mean, that's got to be a heartbreaker for him. He had the third out in his glove, and he dropped it. But at least he alertly stayed with the ball and threw the ball in, because they ended up getting Dana out at the plate, who was trying to score. That would have represented the winning run for the Warriors. So we go to the top of the 8th inning. I don't even know why I threw that up there. Just to show you. We got 6 hits. North Lynn's only got 3 hits. That'll bring up Cale Benish for the Lynx. He's their number 3 hitter. He's 1 for 2 in this game. Hunter Curley is on the mound. He throws his first pitch for a ball. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. That'll leave the count 1 ball and 1 strike. If you're a Lynx fan on this live stream, I feel for you. I really do. That was the 3rd out of the inning. Looked like we were done. That ball is hit toward the second baseman. Huebner will pick it up, throw it over to first to retire Benish for out number 1. And I actually feel for that young man, too. I know what it's like to make an error on that one. I mean, I don't know what it's like. I just can only imagine what he feels. That brings up Peyton. He's 1 for 2 in this game. Takes that first pitch. Just missed. Must have been low for ball 1. Up to over 300 viewers. That pitch is right on the outside corner for strike 1. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Want to give a shout out? Feel free to use the chat for that. Swung on and missed for strike 2. This has been a pitcher's duel all game long. Benish is outstanding for the Lynx. Just missed for ball 2. That leaving the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beshin. Did I say Benish again? Beshin. Beshin's been outstanding. Called strike 3 for out number 2. That is the second out for the Lynx. That'll bring up McCoy Wynn. Shortstop for the Lynx. He's only an 8th grader. That pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. I mean, I'm impressed with this Lynx. This Lynx team is going to be very tough next year. Swung on and missed for strike 2. They're tough this year. They got 8th graders, freshmen, 3 juniors. No seniors in this lineup. Lynx just reload every year. They've been outstanding for a number of years. That ball is hit toward the third baseman. Hesse grabs it on the bounce. He'll throw over to first to retire the side. The Warriors come up to bat. They'll have a chance to win this game. They just need 1 run. Hunter Curley mowed him down. 1, 2, 3. Outstanding play by Blake Hesse. Taking it on that short hop. We are going to head to the home half of the 8th inning. 2 up for the Warriors. Tucker Latterberg, Trayton Sauerbry, and Manny Hebner, your 3 seniors. We'll be back in just a moment. I need a water break. Hopefully I remember to take it back off mute. All right, we're back live here at Mustang Way Park in Independence. I did remember to take it off mute. This is Tucker Latterberg. Tucker is actually capable of ending it in one swing. He's got 5 home runs on the season. Let's see if he gets something to hit here. A pitch is taken outside for a ball. Next pitch, upstairs for ball 2. Tucker's coming into this game has got a .421 average. He's 0 for 3 in this one. He's looking for his first hit of the game. Pitch is driven back toward the screen. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit toward the first baseman, and he'll make the play. Beshon will pick it up and step on first for out number 1. That is a huge out in the first inning. I believe that's Levi Benish over there.
For the Warriors, number 21, Trayton Sauerbry.
That'll bring up Trayton Sauerbry. Trayton is 3 for 3 in this game. Swung on and missed the first pitch for strike 1. Here's a pitch taken upstairs for ball 1. Trayton made huge contributions just to get the Warriors to this point. Pitched 4 outstanding innings against Maquoketa Valley. Struck out 10, which is not something we see a lot of from Trayton. Taken outside for ball 2. Usually he gets hitters to hit into weak contact with his nasty curveball. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thank you, Mr. Iowa. My name is Shane Kelly. I am up for hire. The pitch is fouled off right side, out of play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Appreciate the compliments in the chat. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on, skied up in the air. That's not going to get out of the infield. Wynn is going to come in and make the play for out number 2. So the Warriors are down to their final out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Manny Hebner is due up. Need another 2-out rally. Manny's looking for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 3. Swung on and missed for strike 1. There's a pitch upstairs. That'll leave in the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming into this game, man, he's got a .333 batting average. He's hit 12 doubles this season. Pitch is outside for ball 2. He's ranked somewhere in the top 10 in Class 1A in doubles. Here's the pitch. Swung on, missed. Foul tip for strike 2. That'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, driven toward left field, but that's going to hang up for Sommerfeld for out number 3. Oh, folks, I was hoping that was it. I thought he had enough of it to at least get it to the fence, but as it is, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We are going to play 9 innings tonight, folks. Our score remains 2-2. Due up for the Lynx. Sommerfeld, Benish, and Thompson. We'll be back in just a moment.
Some of the things I've learned from sports are being a good leader, and that means not always just saying what's right, but showing by example.
I've learned that being a good role model is so important because there's many little eyes on you and they watch everything you do. So as long as you're doing the right thing, then they will understand that that is what they're supposed to be doing also.
What I really have learned is strong leadership and self-discipline.
All right, we're back live here at Mustang Way Park here in Independence. We've got an exciting game, 2-2. Will Sommerfeld is leading off for the Lynx. He hits that ball right side, foul, first base side. Will doesn't have an official at bat. He's walked once. He's also been hit by a pitch. So he's been on base twice. That ball swung on and missed for strike 2. He's also dropped down a bunt. The only time he's been retired is on a sac bunt. Here's the pitch. That ball is going to get behind him. Just missed Sommerfeld. So that'll make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch is taken outside for ball 2. I don't know if my mic's picking up on it, but there's a breeze that's going through the roof or something. Upstairs for ball 3. That's the wind. Making a little bit of a howl noise. 3-2 pitch. Outside for ball 4. Oh, we hate to see that. Leadoff runner on for the Lynx. That'll bring up Levi Benish. I'm pretty sure he's now the first baseman. He shows bunt, but pitch is taken outside for a ball. Levi's got 3 sacrifice bunt coming into this game, and he'll lay that one down. IHSAA will run over, throw it over to first to retire. Oh, boy. Benish got retired there, but that was an incredible play by Tucker Latterberg, keeping that ball out of right field. Because IHSAA threw across his body and it almost threw it past Tucker. And instead, that'll go as the first out of the inning. And credit IHSAA for making the play, getting to it quickly. He didn't have a whole lot of time. But that'll put a runner in scoring position for the Lynx with just 1 out. Pitch is taken upstairs for ball 1. Pitch swung on, fouled off. I'm just now noticing that reflection myself. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. It makes it difficult for me to read. Pitch is, was that a ball? I must have taken that for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. There's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. I'll move my iPad closer so I can maybe get some more light. That's the reason why I had it on, because I can't see anything. I'm blind as it is. Here's the pitch. Downstairs, ball 3. Counts now run full. This is Thompson. He's 0 for 2 in this game. He is their second baseman. Swung on, fouled off to the screen. Count still full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thompson is their number 8 hitter. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit up in the air. Latterberg runs over to it. And he just couldn't quite make the play. I believe he was in position for it. I don't know if the ball went off the fence or if he just dropped it. I can't see over there myself. I know you guys can't. Count remains full, 3-2. Thompson just stays alive. Here's the pitch, swung on and foul. That one's going to get out of play. There is 1 out in this inning. Here's another 3-2 pitch, swung on, and again, we'll do it over again. Right side, foul it off. Thompson's doing a good job staying alive. Umpire has ran out of balls. Are you able to see okay? Okay. You've got it more light there over there. Got to make sure you take care of the PA guy. He's got to read too. I shut the light off on him too. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That is the second out of the inning. Huge out for the Warriors.
Betting for the Lynx, number 14, Braden Wheatley.
That'll bring up Braden Wheatley, the freshman right fielder. He's 0 for 2 in this game. He has drawn a walk. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike. Good curveball from Curley. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Curley's quickly ahead of the count. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Down low. Thanks for the clarification. That is Mason Beshin now at first base. Thank you. For the Lynx, anyway. Here's the pitch. That ball will hit the runner or the hitter on the 1-2 pitch. Oh. So that'll put Wheatley on. Brings up the top of their lineup. Cole Griffith.
Betting for the Lynx, number 7, Cole Griffith.
Cole Griffith is 0 for 3. He did draw a walk back in that 3rd inning. When they scored, the Lynx scored their 2 runs. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Check swing. The runners will advance. Not sure what he called there. Umpire held up his fist, but I didn't see how many fingers he had up. I'm going to assume that's a ball until I see otherwise. Swung on, hit toward the... Oh, good grab by Curley. Throws it over to first to retire the Lynx. Woo! Lynx had a scoring opportunity there, and Hunter Curley was able to get out of it. He snagged that ground ball that was headed toward center field, and he threw it to first to retire Griffith. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We are going to head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Due up for the Warriors. Blake Hesse, Garrett Shannon, and TJ Jakin, 7, 8, and 9. They'll be back in just a moment. right, we're back live here at Mustang Way Park here in Independence. We've got an exciting game here for you. Game's all tied 2-2, bottom of the ninth inning. Check swing, didn't go for ball one. This is Blake Hesse. Blake is 0 for 3 in this game. Here's the pitch upstairs for ball two. Hesse's quickly ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit toward the third baseman. He'll pick up the ball. That's Peyton. And he'll get past the first baseman. Hesse will round first and head to second. He's in scoring position on another error by the Lynx. That is their 4th error of the game. And that is a huge run standing on second base for the Warriors. We'll see if coach is calling for a pinch runner here for Hesse. And it looks like he is. And I believe this is Landon Molds. It's either that or Carter Kaufman. I can't quite make out the number yet. If it's 3-0, number 3. Yeah, it's not Kipton Cox. I know that. Landon Molds.
Courtesy runner for the Warriors, number 3, Landon Molds.
This is Landon Molds coming in to run for Hesse. Up to bat is Garrett Shannon. He's 1 for 3 in this game. That ball is popped up in the air, first base side. Running over to grab it is Beshin for out number 1. Boy, that is difficult to see there.
For the Warriors, number 12, TJ Jacob.
Yeah, honestly, I would have liked to seen a bunt there too, but I don't think Garrett Shannon has made a bunt all year. That ball is another pop up in the air. Beshin runs over to it, and he'll make the same exact play. Quickly, 2 outs. Now it'll take a 2-out base hit by Briar Bellis.
For the Warriors, number 5, Briar.
Briar did get a hit his last time at bat. He's 1 for 4. It'll be lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit toward the first man. It gets through his legs. Rounding third, coming home is, he's going to be out by a mile. He's out. I don't know if I would have sent him there. But another error for the Lynx. That's their 5th of the game. But Wheatley made a terrific throw to Benish to throw out Molds at the plate. I mean, Benish had the ball before Molds was even halfway down the line. So that'll do it for the Warriors. We are going to head to the 10th inning, folks. We've got a 2-2 game. We'll be back in just a moment.
There's 2 things we can control every morning when we wake up. All right, there's 2 things. Don't take any athletic ability. It's attitude and effort. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
We are back live here at Mustang Way Park here in Independence. Due up for the Lynx is their 2, 3, and 4 hitter. Beshan, Benish, and Peyton. Swung on and missed for strike one. Going to be a very difficult part of the order for Hunter Curley. There's the pitch, swung on and driven toward right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Dana will quickly get the ball back in. That is the fourth hit of the game for the Lynx.
Betting for the Lynx, number 5, Kale.
That is Beshan's second hit of the game. He's 2 for 5. Benish is 1 for 3 in this game. He's got an RBI. Wouldn't be surprised to see Beshan take off here. Benish shows bunt, but he'll drive that ball to left field. That's going to get down in front of Trayton. I think Trayton could have came in and made that play, but he let it drop in front of him. So that'll put runners on first and second. No outs.
Betting for the Lynx, number 13, Patrick Payton.
I think Trayton was playing it safe there, and I understand it's the big moment in the game. But now we've got runners on first and second, nobody out. Peyton is at the plate. I'm sure they're going to be showing bunt here. And they do. Gets it down. IHSAA will make the throw and retire on a wild throw that Latterberg was able to corral for the first out of the inning. IHSAA had more time there. Would like to see him plant his feet and make a good throw.
Betting for the Lynx, number 15, McCoy, Winn.
That'll bring up McCoy, Winn. And the bunt may still be in play here. There's only one out. The coach is talking to his hitter. I would be shocked if there wasn't some type of suicide squeeze or... I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing a bunt. Infield has been drawn in. IHSAA's the only one back to hold the runner, and he's coming right down the line. That ball gets popped right up. If Shore can make that, he dives and just unable to make it. Jake did everything he could to try to get that ball. Very nice reaction by Jake Shore. That was a suicide squeeze all the way. Beshan took off running right from the pitch. If Curley's got a pickoff move, this would be a good time to show it. He doesn't. Again, takes right off, and that's not going to do it. So handcuffs the catcher there. They're going to score 2 runs off that error by Curley. Curley tried to throw the ball quickly to home plate. He really didn't have a play there. That'll be a huge error on the Warriors. 2 huge runs just scored for the Lynx.
Betting for the Lynx, number 12, Will Sommerfeld.
You almost should concede that run there and just take that out and live to fight another day. But I understand it, though. Curley wanted to make that play at home because if it does, that's a huge out at home plate. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. Here's a pitch, swung on, chopped foul. Now leaving the count 1 ball and 1 strike. This is Winn for the Lynx. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Winn is 0 for 4 in this game. He's struck out twice. Here's the pitch. Called. Strike 3 for the second out of the inning.
Betting for the Lynx, designated hitter number 1, Levi Benish.
That'll bring up Levi Benish. Levi's 0 for 2. He's also going to square around for a bunt. The runner will take off, and there's going to be no throw. There's nobody covering the bag. So give Wynn a stolen base. First pitch was called a strike. That pitch is fouled straight back. Quickly falls behind 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Down low, ball 1. Nice save by Jake there. That'll even the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's the pitch. Down low for ball 3. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. That ball's hit toward Manny Hebner. Manny will flip the ball to Tucker to end the inning. But the Lynx came through with 2 huge runs on a big error. This is that bunting game that we were hoping to avoid that the Lynx have, and they've done an excellent job with it. The Warriors are going to need another huge rally. They are now behind 4-2, but due up for the Warriors is 2, 3, and 4 hitter Dana, Shore, and Latterberg. Stay tuned, folks. Hopefully we'll have an exciting finish. We'll be back in just a moment. We're back live here at Mustang Way Park here in Independence. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning. Warriors need a rally. They are down 4-2 to the Lynx. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Pitch does get away from the catcher. That ball is upstairs. Over Dana's head. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a pitch upstairs for ball 2. I like the bunting conversation here, folks. We don't have anybody on the pitch that we would trust in the situation to lay down a bunt. I'm telling you, we're not a bunting team. We've got like 2 hitters in our lineup that do it. And they were not in position there. That taken for strike 2. But I agree with the ideas, though. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hammered toward the first base, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Rounding first and heading to second is Dana. And he's safe. The tag was applied, but it must have been late from Wynn. The throw was made by Wheatley. Tried to gun him down at second base. Dana was running all the way.
Number 18, Jake Shore.
So that'll put a runner in scoring position for the Warriors. This is Jake Shore. Jake is 1 for 4 in this game. But he's been one of the Warriors' top hitters all season long. He's a senior. Here's a pitch. Taken upstairs for ball 1. There's a pitch skied up in the air. That ball is going to be caught by Wynn, just barely. Wynn almost overran it. He had to reach to his right to grab it. But that'll be the first out in the inning.
Number 13, Tucker Latterberg.
That'll bring up Tucker Latterberg. Believe it or not, Tucker's 0 for 4. You won't see that too often. That pitch is down low for a ball. Tucker is a senior, committed to Wartburg. He'll be playing for the Knights next year. Here's the pitch, swung on and skied up in the air. Beschen will go back on it, and he'll make the play for out number 2. Dana did act like he was going to advance. Beschen made a nice throw.
For the Warriors, number 21.
So here we are again. Warriors are down to their final out. Trayton Sauerbry is due up for the Warriors. He's 3 for 4. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Again, stay tuned for the Access Systems post-game show. I'll address the coach with that question. Stay tuned. I'll ask him. That ball is going to hit Trayton. So that'll put the tying run on base. That'll bring up Manny Hebner. Manny's also 0 for 4. This is something we don't see very often from him either. Coach has a quick word with Manny. Runners on first and second, 2 out. Lynx have a 4-2 lead. Manny calls time. Looks down to Coach Jakin for the signs. I mean, this is one of your guys that does lay down a bunt. But this isn't a bunting situation here, obviously. Here's the pitch. That pitch is driven foul over our heads. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runners take off. Ball's going to be hit foul out of play. Now we're down to our final strike. First, Coach Griffin is going to come out. So there is a meeting on the mound. Well, it looks like they're done. A lot of discussion here on an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs. Bottom of the 10th inning. There is a big gap in the left side of the infield. Here's a pitch, fouled off. Man, he barely got a piece of that one. But he stays alive. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled left on the right side, grounded foul. Man, he's a senior. I know he's doing everything he can to try to keep the season going. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit toward the third baseman. He'll glove it, step on the bag to retire the side. Congratulations to the North Linn Lynx. You will advance to state. This one will be tough to take for the Warriors. If you're a Warrior fan, I mean, we've never been to state. And this looked like our best opportunity right here. But as it is, congratulations to the Lynx. They simply outplayed us, out-strategized us, really. I mean, I'm going to agree with a lot of these comments in there. I mean, there's some situations where we could have bunted, advancing the runner, stuff like that. And these are the exact things that the Lynx did to beat the Warriors. They laid down bunts, they advanced the runners, and they get to go on to the state tournament because of it. Oh, I mean, the Warriors had their opportunities. I'm not gonna lie. They had some opportunities to score. They ran into a couple of outs at home that who knows what would have happened. Yeah, there was 2 outs in the inning, but you just don't know what the next hitter would have done. Maybe there could have been a wild pitch or something. But there's going to be some very disappointed guys, very disappointed team. It's nice to see the embrace there from the 2 coaches. Coach Griffith, he knows what this means for the Warriors. I know he's very happy for the team, but I know he's also friends with Coach Jakin as well. So there's going to be a little bit of a ceremony at home plate where they get presented with the state participation flag for the state tournament, the banner, I should say. And if you're a Lynx fan, I congratulate you.
And congratulations. Lauren Fink will now present the state qualifier banner and medals to the North Linn Lynx. Thank you for attending tonight's game. Well played by both teams.
Final numbers on tonight's game, starting off with the victorious North Linn Lynx. They got 5 hits tonight, scored 4 runs off 5 hits. They also walked 4 times, struck out 9. Winning pitcher was Rao. He'll get credit for the win. Just taking a look at what his record is. He'll go to 6-2 on the season. So good job by him. And he really came in and just shut the Warriors down for the 3 innings. Only gave up 2 hits. For the Warriors, they scored 2 runs off 8 hits. Walked twice, struck out 10. Hunter Curley will end up with the loss for the Warriors. He falls to 7-3. Final record for the Warriors, 32-8. It's an impressive season. I mean, I know we didn't reach our goal of reaching state, but it's been an outstanding year for the Wapsie Valley Warriors, 32-8. And they had some very exciting wins along the way. This is one of the most successful seasons the Warriors have had in baseball. But congratulations to North Linn. They will advance to play next Monday in Carroll. I don't have a time or a date or who your opponent is. Obviously, that all gets announced. It could be in the afternoon. I even think there's games in the morning. So I think Class 1A and Class 2A. I don't know how that's broken down. I think maybe Monday is Class 1A, maybe Class 2A is on Tuesday. I don't know. But I know for Class 1A, it's Monday. So your opponent and time will be determined. Just kind of wrapping through some of the scores. Sigourney actually ended up upsetting Burlington Notre Dame 4-2. So the Lynx won't have to worry about facing Burlington Notre Dame. They got knocked out. In my opinion, they're the best team in the state by far. Warriors got to face them in Riverfront Stadium, and they took it to us in that game. Newman Catholic, congratulations to Newman. They get to advance to the state. Once again, they won 10-3. Akron Westfield won 13-0. Linville Sully, they pulled out a close game, 1-0 win. So that's the ones who will advance for you. The ones, your state qualifiers, looks like this. Southwind, and that's not a confirmed score. I'm going by the chat on this one. Southwind defeated Don Bosco in Substate 4. You got Linville Sully winning Substate 7. Akron Westfield won Substate 1. Newman Catholic won Substate 3. Sigourney, again, big upset. They won Substate 6. Remsen St. Mary's, they'll win Substate 2. Northland Lynx wins Substate 5. And then Bedford, also an upset over Tri-Center, 7-4 in Substate 8. So I'm going to wrap things up here. I'm going to grab right now the coach is talking to the team. I'm sure you guys can see that over there on the left side. I just turned the camera a little bit so you can see. But I am going to grab Coach Jakin, and I'll ask him some of these questions about the bunting, about the strategy of the game. And I'll let him tell you for himself kind of what his thoughts are on the game and his thoughts on the season, too. I mean, we're going to walk away from this season. It's still a very successful one. This is only the third time that I'm aware of that Wapsie's ever been in this position to where they could have even advanced to state. So thank you for the compliments in the chat. You're most certainly welcome. Again, I'm going to be back here for the post-game show. Get some final words from the coach. So stay tuned. Congratulations to the Northland Lynx. There is the shot of your team right there. They are taking some pictures with the banner. In fact, if you're a Lynx fan, I'm going to leave it on there for just a little bit so that way you guys can enjoy this. I'm a little envious, to be honest, but they deserve a hard-fought win. Again, I'm going to say it's the strategy. I mean, I think this game came down. I mean, I love Coach Jakin and all, but I think he just got a little bit out-coached in this one. I shouldn't say that probably because Coach Jakin's a great guy. He's a great coach, but I mean, let me just say this. Coach Griffith coached his team very well to win this game. So congratulations to him. I can't say he really out-coached Coach Jakin because Coach Jakin did what he could with what he had. I mean, we don't have a big bunting team. I mean, I know those comments are made in there. Again, I agree with the philosophy of it, and I get what you guys were saying. You know, we missed out on some opportunities there, but Coach Griffith, congratulations. I mean, you've got your team back to state. I believe this is the 7th time since 2015, and I hope you win it. I mean, I'll be rooting for you guys. I mean, you guys are the ones that knocked our team out. I'm definitely going to jump on the Lynx bandwagon and hope you guys can go all the way. It'll help you that Burlington Notre Dame has now been defeated. To me, that was the top team. You still got Newman to get through, Newman Catholic. That may be a first-round opponent for you. We don't know. I can't imagine you'll be the last seed because you were ranked, or at least close to being ranked. Coach's poll, I believe you guys were getting votes. You weren't quite in the top 10, but if you was to take it to the votes, I think you would have been placed like 13th. So I would expect you guys to get a decent seed. Wapsie, of course, falls out. We were the 7th-ranked team, and St. Ansgar, I think, was ranked 6th. So there's a good possibility you might get a decent seed. Sigourney, big upset over Notre Dame. Southwind, big upset over Don Bosco. I consider that an upset. Although Southwind did win their conference championship. But congratulations to them. So I see Coach Jakin is wrapping things up over on the field. He's getting a quick interview. So let me go grab him, and I'll be back for the post-game show. So stay tuned. Again, our final score, Northland 4, Wapsie Valley 2. All right, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. I've got Coach Bergman with me because Coach Jenkins right now is being tied up with some interviews, so I'm going to get some thoughts here from Coach Bergman. So, hey, we can just stand and do this one. Oh, here, let me turn up. Maybe it'd be a good idea if I turn your mic up.
Oh, that's really loud.
It is loud.
There we go.
All right. Hey, Coach Bergman. I know it's quite a lot of emotions down in that dugout, and understandable. Had some opportunities to win this game, and we fell short. The goal was state. I mean, let's be frank. That was our goal all season long, and to come up short like this, extra inning game. But anyway, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard-fought high school baseball game right there, and
it is.
I was talking to some of the fans before the game. It's like, man, high school baseball and high school sports in general they're so brutal because only one team in each class is going to end the year with a win.
Yep.
Everybody else is going to end with a loss, but yeah, I mean, we got a lucky break there in the bottom of the seventh to tie it up. We had the momentum kind of rolling with us, and we had our chances early. Shout outs to Mason Beshin. He was throwing a heck of a game, and thank goodness there was a pitch count to get him out of there. But yeah, it was a hard fought game, and shout out to North Linn, and man, it sucks. It sucks ending the year on a loss, but shout out to them. It's a good team over there.
And talk a little bit about the senior class. I know you wanted to mention about them. I mean, this is a strong senior group that we're graduating this.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll start with Jake. Jake Shore, hardest working kid on the team, and when one of your top players can be the hardest working player on the team, that rubs off on everybody else.
Right.
A lot of those younger guys work harder because of Jake Shore, and I am so excited to follow his career both on the baseball field next year and what he can do off the field with that work ethic. It was awesome coaching him. Love that kid. Tucker Latterberg, he wanted the ball tonight. He got the ball, and he pitched well enough to win a baseball game. And he's very similar to Jake. He comes in, gets his work done, works hard. His leadership has grown so much throughout this year. He had his moments a little bit where he gets a little bit into the game a little too much, and he really started leading by example right when we went on our run about midway through the season, and I love that. Manny. I love Manny. Manny's the best. He turned into a heck of a second baseman for us for being an outfielder the last couple of years. And I talked about a little bit, last year how if he made an error, he kind of dropped his head and he was kind of done. But this year, he was struggling at the plate a little bit early in the game, and he didn't take it with him to the field. He made some amazing plays at second base for us, and I know he's the last out. Somebody has to be.
Right.
And I just don't want that to define Manny.
And when you're talking about how his attitudes kind of change after he makes an error, he did that as a left fielder last year. This year, he actually got off to a pretty rough start at second base. And to your point, he didn't.
Yeah, exactly. He's turned around a lot for us, and I love Manny. I love all the guys really, but I love seeing that. And I just got done talking to Trayton, and I just gave Trayton a hug, and I just thanked him for coming out his senior year, and I enjoyed so much, when he was DHing our conversations we would have kind of during the game, pick his brain a little bit, watching him go 9-1 for not pitching in, 2 years really. And, I'm so thankful to have coached him, and all four of these guys, I'm just excited to see, what they do off of the baseball field.
Right.
They all have a great head on them. I know Jake and Tucker are going to play the next level, and, best of luck to them. They're going to be awesome, but, I'm more excited to see what they do off the field.
I understand the feelings because I've got some of that same sentiment. These are kids that I had the opportunity to coach in youth ball, in travel leagues and stuff like that. And what outstanding guys, all four of them. And it was such a pleasure to be able to coach them. And just a great attitude they had. Not only are they great players on the field, but they're also good people off of it as well. And I know they're very respected by their peers, by their teammates. And you're right. They led by example. They did for me, and I know they did for you guys as well. One other thing I kind of want to go back to the game just a little bit because this was brought up a lot in the chat tonight, where we're talking about some of the strategy. We did have some opportunities in the extra innings where if we could have advanced the runners, maybe with a bunt, perhaps we're able to scratch across a little extra run. What's been kind of our philosophy on our – because quite frankly, and I said this toward the end of our live stream, Coach Griffith, he won the game. I think he won the game for their team because he took advantage of his players' strength. He got the bunts. I mean, he called for the bunts and made them. But that's the strength of his team, right?
Right.
What's our? I mean,
yeah. Probably the big ones I would say maybe when Blake got to second and we had nobody out. Garrett coming up. Garrett is a good bunter, but for us, we brought in Molds there at second, and we trust his speed to score from that situation. I know it puts a little bit more pressure on the defense to get there, but Garrett's not the greatest bunter in the world, and he'll tell you that too. And he had an awesome single earlier in the game. He puts together quality ABs. He popped out to first base. It's going to happen. It's baseball. That's what I was talking to you a little bit before. How how tough it is. Best of one here.
Right.
Instead of a best of 3 series or something. And then same with TJ. TJ's not a bunter. He's going to hit it hard.
I've never seen TJ even try to lay down a bunt.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's asking a player to do something that they're not even comfortable with. I don't even think they practiced it.
Yeah, we did practice it yesterday a little bit, just in case a scenario came up. And at the end of the day, that is stuff me and Tom talk about.
Yep.
And people can blame us for that, but just don't put it on the guys at all.
Well,
I'll gladly explain that. And
it's good to hear that you practice that though, but that means your team, your guys' strengths and what they can and what you probably shouldn't be asking them to do because you practice it.
Yeah, and what was our record? 32-8 or whatever it was.
32-8.
Yep. So we were doing something right, this year.
Right,
but getting playoff times, squeezing in a run there, it is tough. It's hard. We had our chances, and what are the odds that Garrett and TJ fly out to first back-to-back at-bats? We redo that, I guarantee we have a different result. But it's just kind of how the dice rolled here tonight.
Right. Well, Coach Bergman, it's we're both disappointed. We both wanted to get to Carroll. It didn't happen for us. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. Congratulations to North Linn. Again, they took advantage of what their team's strengths were. They scratched out a win. You were right when you said that we were really gifted at it. I mean, that bottom of the 7th inning, if Wheatley makes that play in right field, the game is over anyway.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And that's the thing, North Linn, they didn't get their first 2 runs in the third by bunting. It was just, a walk here, hit by Peter bat there, but, then Tucker was able to settle in, and, you had to score to win.
They had a key base hit in that situation. Yeah, they did. So, congratulations to North Linn. Warriors aren't done. I mean, we're done this year, but we're going to come back, and I know they're going to be strong again next year. I know the coaches will get together, get these kids motivated, and hopefully maybe we'll be back in the situations again. Getting back to your point about winning only 1-game series, no offense to any Lynx fans that are still listening, but if this is a 3-game series and Beshan is out, we're winning 2 or 3 from these guys.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, we're a stronger team, but one game, Beshan was outstanding for the Lynx, and hopefully he'll take them far in the state tournament. So, hey, I'm going to let you go on your way, and we'll see if Coach Jakin is finishing up some interviews, and I'm going to get him up here, get his final words on the season, and we'll wrap things up here in Independence. I wanted to say Wapsie Valley. We're not at Wapsie Valley Stadium here in Independence. So stay tuned, guys. I'll be right back. Thank you. All right, folks. Hey, Coach Jakin is tied up doing some other interviews and stuff, so I'm going to wrap things up here at Mustang Way here in Independence. Thank you for joining us. Again, hard-fought game. Congratulations to the Lynx for advancing to the state tournament. And hey, Wapsie fans, come back next year. We're going to have another exciting season. I mean, yeah, we graduated 4 really good seniors, but we've got some talent that's coming up, that's been playing this year. Remember, the first 2 hitters in our lineup, Bellis and Dana, they're only freshmen. So we are going to see them for 3 more years yet. So we've got a lot of talent coming back in. So tune in next year. We'll see if I'm back. I'm not for sure if I'm going to be back calling games or not, but I'm sure there'll still be a live stream and whatnot. But we'll see what happens next year. So anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in. Hope everybody has a great night, and go Warriors.